Hello guys, welcome to Good Do Micro Projects. Kindly check this app out. Now it asks you, how is the weather? When I click sunny, it tells me the weather is sunny. Likewise for rainy, cloudy, and snowy. In this video, we are going to build this weather application using HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, React Hooks, and Redux. If you want to type along with me, kindly install the following. 1. Install Redux. 2. Install React Redux. Then 3. Install Redux DevTools extension, great. Using npm install blah 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 blah. So we can install Redux, npm install Redux, npm install React Redux, npm install Redux DevTools extension. So all said and done, let's begin. Thank you guys. Let's begin. First of all, let's build 3 folders in our SRC folder. Name one assets. Name the second one Name the second one components. Name the third one Redux. Now, in our components folder, let's create a weather folder. Good. Now, in the weather folder, let's create a weather file. Don't forget the caps. Yes, good. Good. Now we begin. Now, instead of just this ordinary div, why don't we make it React.fragment? So we have React.fragment. Inside, we can say h1, then hello. Good. Now let's link that to the JS file, app.js, to see display on our screen. Great. Let's see how it looks on the screen. Great. It means we're good to go. So let's go to our weather component. Now over here, what are we going to do here? We are going to set up our HTML CSS structure. Now in this structure, this is what I want us to do. Now let's go to Paint. Let me demonstrate this here. Let's create a header. Then we create a body. Then we create another small buttons for our in our footer. You get it? So we have the header, the body, and the click buttons here. So these are the buttons. So when I click any of the buttons, it displays me how the weather is. So without much ado, let's get a structure set up. Clean this, create a container. Class name container. Okay, container. Then the next one, create a row. div class name row, and we create a column, say div class name column. Now inside our column, let's create a card. So we say div class name card. Good. Now in our card, we can have our card header. Div get class name card header. So inside the same card, we can have the body. We just copy and paste body and a footer inside the card. So we have here body and we have here footer. Good. Now inside our header, what do we want? We want to just put weather app there. So let's create a h2 tag and write there weather app. That is that for the header. Now our body, we can create an h3 tag. Caps. Good. So over here we can create an h3 tab and say, just hard code it. How is the weather? Later we're going to make it dynamic. Okay, now we move straight to the footer. On the footer, what do? We want 4 buttons, so we say bttn button, we say sunny. Here's our button. Let's create 4. Let's create 4 buttons. Okay. Name them raining, next one cloudy, and next one snowy. Great. Now let's check to see how it's being represented. Great. Doesn't look good. Let's make it pretty a little. So by adding the button class, you can say class name btn sm btn primary. Great. Now let's copy that and add to the rest of the buttons. Good. Next, we just change the colors. Can make this one secondary. Can make this one warning. And we can make this one success. Great. Let's see how it's doing. Great. Doesn't look too good. How about we increase increase the weights for all of them? So let's say font weight bold. Okay, let's increase the font weight for all of them. So we say font weight. Let's see, weight bold. Good. Now let's copy this font weight bold and add it to all the classes. This. Something wrong. Okay, here. Oh, good. What else? Another one here. Good. Font weight bold. Let's make this one to likewise. H3. So we say class name. Font weight. Weight bold. Let's go to the weather app2. Class name. Font weight bold. Let's see how it does in the browser. Good, not that bad. How about we center our application? Good. To do that, font weight. Oh, sorry, my font weight. Font weight. Sorry, font weight bold. Good. Now let's center up our application. Now to do that, you realize that let's go back to the paint. In Bootstrap, this is our full entire page. We want to center the page, so the one row is made up of 12 columns. So what we're going to do is the 12 columns, let's take 3. So we make it this way. Now let me take this one, the straight line. So this is going to be 3 columns. Then this one will be 6 columns, and the last one will be 3 columns. So 3, 6, 3 together will make 12 columns. So that is that with Bootstrap in the same row. Okay, so we go back to our same row. Well, this is our row. Now in this row, let's create another div, make it 3 columns so that the card can go to the 6 columns. So let me demonstrate that. We have the div, give it a class name, and we call it call md3. Okay, now with our card, let's make it call md6. Okay, good. Now let's check how it does. Great. Now let's center all the H3. We go to our card and we say test center. Great. Let's check how it is. Great. So now we are set to go. Now the next thing we need to do is to go to our Redux Setup, Redux folder to set it up, so we can link our state to the Redux. But before that, let's add some margin top and background color to our application. So we have margin top 3, then some background color. Let's go to the card. You can say BG light, GHT, BG light, and thirst dark. Great. Now let's look at how it feels. Great. I think this is good to go. Now we can go to our Redux setup. So with our Redux folder, we create 3. Let's create a file called root. Very important. Root reducer. Okay. Yes. Then we create another file. Called store, all in the Redux. Store.js. Okay. Then we create a folder in the Redux and name it weather Redux. Now in our weather Redux folder, let's create a file. We're going to create 3 files. The first one, let's create weather.action types.js. The next one, we create another file called weather.actions. Then another one in the same folder, we create weather.reducers. Okay. Now our setup is ready. So to begin with, let's start with the action types. So we have sport, const fetch. Okay, let's make it fetch sunny weather. Good. Equals to the same thing. Just copy the same thing and paste it in it. Okay. So now you copy everything 4 times, then we just change it. Let's do that. So then I fetch sunny weather. The next one is going to be fetch rainy weather. Rainy. Next one, fetch cloudy weather. Cloudy. The next one, we fetch snowy weather. Snowy. Good. So we are done with our action types. Now from there we move to the actions. What kind of actions are we going to talk about? Now before we talk about the actions, I would like us to import the action types. So let's do that quickly. Import fetch sunny weather and fetch. The next one is raining. Come on, fetch fetch snowy, fetch cloudy. Good. From action types. Great. So now we have our action types represented. Now, what do we want to do when these action types are called? We say let sunny weather be equals to a function. Equals to a function where we can return a type and a payload. Type, we call the fetch, fetch sunny weather, that is the type, and comma, payload. In the payload we can say the same thing, sunny weather. Okay, and we do likewise for all of them. Okay, let's do the next one for rainy. So we say rainy weather fetch rainy. Then we say rainy weather. Okay, that is that for rainy. Let's do likewise for cloudy. Cloudy weather returns a function that returns fetch cloudy. Fetch cloudy weather, then here cloudy. Now we do last one for snowy weather. So we say snowy weather returns snowy weather, a type called snowy weather, and then a payload snowy weather. Snowy weather. So that is that for the actions when the action types are called. Now let's export them. We have sunny weather, comma, sunny weather, rainy weather, cloudy weather, and snowy weather. Good. Now we've exported that. So the next thing to do now is to go to root reducers. Weather reducer. Okay, weather reducer. Now, before we go there, let's go to let's import the action types again. We will need them since we've written them already. Let's just copy them. Just send it to the actions reducers. Okay. Great. Now we're good to go. So now let's create a key in the store. So we say, let's make it const export first. I think export const make it weather key. Okay, weather key, and with a value weather store. Good. So we know that this is our data in the store, the name of our data in the store. Then after that, we create an initial state. So we select initial state be equal to an object where we say data, our data should be given a value. How is the weather? Okay, good. So our data is set. Now let's link that to the state. We say let weather reducer be equal to a function. Good. Where over here we say state equals to initial state, comma, action. Good. So inside we make let type, comma, payload be equal to action. Now we're ready for our switch statement. So let's create our switch statement. So we say switch into bracket type case. Which case? Let's take the first case. First case is what? Fetch. Fetch sunny weather. Good. Fetch sunny weather colon should return data the weather is sunny. Okay, weather is sunny. Okay, great. So we're going to do likewise for the rest of the types, action types. Okay, so good. Now let's go to the next case. So case rainy weather, we say the weather is raining. Okay. Likewise, we create the next one for cloudy. So case cloudy weather, we say should return data the weather is cloudy. Great. Last one for snowy. So we say case snowy. Good. Should return the data the weather is snowy. Great. Finally, we give the default case. So we say finally we give the default case. So we say default case should be return state. Right, now let's export our reducer. So we say export weather reducer. Okay. Now our reducer has been exported. From there, we move straight to our root reducer. Now, before we start, let's import our root reducer. Okay, very important. Import weather reducer from from weather Redux weather reducer. Okay, good. So we also say import combine reducers from Redux. Import combine reducers from Redux. Oh, sorry, I don't need this. From Redux. Okay, great. Next, we let root reducer equal to combine root reducer where we're saying that call our key weather key with a value weather reducer. Great. So we import our weather key too. So take note. Now let's export our root reducer. Export root reducer. Good. Now from there, let's go to the store. So the first thing is to import our root reducer. From root reducer. Good. Then next we import create store from Redux. Then we need another one which we calling compose with dev tools. Good. From Redux DevTool extension. Now this will help us to view our store. So from there we can now say let store be equal to create store root reducer, comma, compose with DevTool. Then we can finally export store. So that is that for the store. Now finally, let's go to our app.js file to configure the store to the weather component. So over here, we can say that provider, good. Let's cut it, take it down there. Good. Provider where store equals to store. Now we need to import our provider and store from React Redux. So we say import provider from React Redux. Then we import the store. Import store from from Redux get from store. Import. Let's put them into parentheses, okay? So I think good to go. So let's check now. Components. Let's check if everything is in order. Now it's saying line 5, root reducer, line 5. Let's go there. Root reducer, line 5. Let's root reducer, because combine root reducer, where we give it the key and a value, root reducer. What is wrong here? Now let's look at line 5 again. What is missing? Combine reducers, okay? Not combine root reducers, combine reducers, good. Now let's check it again. See this, if it's complaining. Great. Once it's not complaining, means our data is set in the store. So let's go to the store, open our panel, and check our store. Good. We have data in the store. Great. We can look at the chart view. We can look at the raw data view. So we can see our data name is what? Weather store, with a data value of how is the weather. So we have data in the store. Now we can view our data from the store to the app, or we can send our data from the store to the app using two hooks functions. We call them use selector and use dispatch. Great. Now let's see how to do that. Let's go to our weather component. Great. Now at this stage, let's import use selector, comma, use dispatch from React Redux. Good. So what do? First of all, let's view the data from the store. So we see view data from store, okay? So we have let's data store. Let's view data. Let's view data equal to use selector. Okay, but the use selector gives us another function. Oh, sorry. Yeah, another function. But we can say state that should return state with the weather key. Okay, weather key. All right, take note, the weather key needs to be imported. So it has been imported for us already. Great. So from here we can view the data in the store. So over here we are saying how is the weather. Now instead of saying hard coding it quickly, we can just make it dynamic and say view data dot data. Okay, so let's check it out. Great, you can see it's still there, nothing has changed. Perfect. So this how is the weather is now dynamic because we picked it from the store. So next, let's add our click actions to it. So our first button, which is sunny, we call our click action, which is on click should equal to, let's say, let's give it a name and say click sunny. Good. Click sunny. Go. So we copy it nicely. Then we go to the top and create a function for it. Okay. So we create a function. We say handle click. So from here we say let click sunny equals to a function. Equal to a function. Okay. Function where we say dispatch. Dispatch into bracket what? Which action? So let's go to the weather actions. So sunny weather, dispatch sunny weather. So we come to our weather again when we say dispatch sunny weather. Okay. Let's go and we write the use dispatch. So we say dispatch equal to use dispatch. Great. Now let's check to see how our application is doing. If it's working. Dispatch is not defined. Dispatch line 7 and line 19. Okay, let's go there. Line 7 dispatch because use dispatch. Wow, what is wrong? Dispatch equals use dispatch. We've declared it here. So what is missing? See, I've forgotten to add the let. So we say let dispatch, of course, use dispatch. So nothing more than that. Let's go back. Great. Our application has loaded. So let's click Sunny and see. Great, it's working. So meaning Sunny just worked. So quickly, let's do that for the other click events. So we have on click. We do that same thing for rainy. Same thing for cloudy. Oh, sorry. Oh, where are you? Same thing for snowy. Good. So click. So from here we say click raining. And here click cloudy. Then here click snowy. Good. So we are set to go. Click snowy, click cloudy, click rainy. So good, let's go to the top and write the function for each of them. So likewise, it's all about copy and pasting. So do same thing for raining. Let me say click raining. Oh, that is right. Is it the same? Click raining. Okay, good. It is. So click raining, and we say rainy weather. Good. Do the same thing for cloudy. Click cloudy. We say cloudy weather. Cloudy weather. Last one. Click snowy. We say snowy weather. Now let's see if the application is complaining. But before that, let's import our sunny weather, rainy weather from actions. So we say rainy weather, come on, rainy weather, cloudy weather, the last one, snowy weather. Good. So that's with the imports. So let's see if it's complaining again. Check it. Great. So last but not the least, let's make it very beautiful by adding some background colors to it. So we go to our code, weather, the JS, then we look for our card header. Let me add a custom name for the adding of the background color. So we say header color, then we come to the body too, do likewise, say body color. So from here we go to our app.css to write the styles for it. So first let's do for the body. The body we say background color is hash E4, E4, E3. Good. Then do likewise for header color. Header color. Good. We say background color. Background color is #735DE3. Then a test color is a white smoke. Then finally, our body color. Our body color. But don't forget the period. So that we say background color white smoke. Then color, we give it #1D2A57. Great. Now let's go to the browser to see how it's doing. Great. Application looks beautiful. So that is that for this video. Thank you very much. Catch you in the next video. Please don't forget to do good. Bye bye.